All right, so how is the spreadsheet laid out? There is an instructions tab. We're just going to dive right into the tool I'm going to show you. Control family. So there are 14 families in the NIST 800-171 standard. Each one has an ID, and then each control in the family has its own ID. So access control here, for instance, there are 22 controls. And in fact, access control is the biggest control family. It encompasses fully 20% of NIST 800-171. Column D is the verbatim requirement from NIST 800-171. But you can see, as you have seen, this requirement can be full of cybersecurity jargon. It's difficult for the layman to interpret often. So like, what is a process acting on behalf of an authorized user? Or what does it mean to have a privileged versus non-privileged account? So what we've done for you in the worksheet is translate this requirement into a basic yes or no answerable question, a single question. And your job in the worksheet was to go answer yes or no to these questions. So like for this question, or the description from NIST is limit system access to authorized users, processes acting on behalf of authorized users or devices, including other systems. Our layman's term interpretation or translation of that is, does the organization have a list of approved users, PAL-BAL, where a PAL-BAL is any software that installs a unique user account, like backup software, or what are some other cases? Hypervisor, virtual environment software will often do this. And devices, also list your devices, and then have logical controls in place to prevent unauthorized use of the system. So usernames and passwords. So if the answer is yes for your organization, and you want to be as stringent, you want to be as objective as possible when undertaking your self-assessment. You're not doing yourself any favors by giving yourself too much leeway, because the assessors will not. But if you answer yes, then all good, the score doesn't change. But if you answer no, then this weighted subtractor value in column H is subtracted from your overall score, and you can see that they're not all worth 1 point. Some are worth 3, some are worth 5. A couple of them are variable, and the granddaddy's worth 110. There are a couple of controls that are variable or worth a lot of points. So you can filter by color here. This pink sort of color, or I don't know. I'm a male. I cannot tell colors. I think it's a male thing, or it's just me. But a couple are worth 3 or 5 points depending, and then one is worth 110 points. Let's start with this one. If you don't have an SSP, system security plan, set of blueprints for a cybersecurity program, then you're answering no, and you're immediately starting from 0. Okay, these are the variable and granddaddy controls. The FAR 17, filter by color, this color, these are the 17 controls for FCI. I want to go through these, just touch on a couple of them so that you can realize that this is not entirely a negative process for many of you. But we will dig way more into the weeds of these FAR 17 next Wednesday.